To me as a listener, it felt like this emotional connection of either getting left behind or not feeling like you connect with other people. Like I 100% relate to that. And I really love how it never comes off as like a woe is me. It just kind of comes off as this like acceptance of who I am kind of message. I'm not sure if that's like what you were aiming for, if you would 100% agree, but that's what I took away from listening to it.
I love that. I mean, I think the listener, it is whatever the listener takes it as. So yeah, but
And,
yes, that's pretty much what we were going for too.
and even the design of the cover art with it having kind of the clipped images together, kind of like one of those like ransom notes or something you would see. I love that.
Yeah, we were kind of going for the vibe of a punk zine, kind of like a little bit indie, a little bit punk, kind of like I guess the alternative rock. A lot of our influence comes from. I mean, we grew up in the '90s. We were born in the '80s, so we're '90s kids, early aughts music. So a lot of the bands we listen to, there's a small amount of self-deprecating humor in a lot of the like punk bands. Like I wouldn't call myself a punk band, but I think there's a lot of influence, like the energy and just the overall outlook and attitude of like, well, here's what it is. So I guess this is how it's going to be. Some amount of acceptance in that that's kind of nice. But so yeah, the punk zine vibe seemed kind of fitting for Losers Club.
You mentioned like influences that you and your husband have similar, you have similar tastes in that. Who are some of your influences either growing up or especially now as you were creating this project?
I would say for this project, some big influences have been like more recent influences have been like Metric, Fantagram, other two-piece bands, 21 Pilots, a lot of their lyrics and message and overall everything they're doing. Also the Yeah Yeah Yeahs, the Strokes, the bands of kind of the early aughts rock revival. Listened to a lot of that music actually in college, so it's ingrained in me. Some albums I've just listened to over and over again, you know. So stuff by the
Yeah.
Strokes. And then I think growing up, the stuff I listened to, that's an interesting question. Because I would say mostly just listen to what was on the radio growing up. So just mainstream pop, really, which I like. So like